With the third episode of Star Trek Discovery, Context is for Kings, we finally get to meet the crew of the Discovery and one Captain Gabriel Lorca, played here by the brilliant Jason Issacs. Whilst we have all seen captains from Kirk, Picard, Sisko, Janeway and Archer all take on morally ambiguous tones on occasion, Captain Gabriel Lorca definitely gives off some sinister overtones that are hard to ignore right from the moment we meet him. With Burnham now a member of the crew, we learn that Discovery is a science vessel, but also that things don't seem to be quite business as usual for a Federation starship. First, there seems to be a military contingent aboard with black badges that, by its very mention in the script, makes it plausible that it will be relevant at some point down the line. Then the highly dangerous and secretive nature of the spore drive that we learn is being developed aboard Discovery. It's also noted that plenty of other science experiments are going on by Saru, so with only 3 episodes in, who knows what other strange things we might find out about Discovery and her missions moving forward. It's really Lorca himself, though, that gets alarm bells ringing. He seems a man hell-bent on defeating the Klingons by any means necessary, and quite capable of going past normal moral boundaries to do so. And we find out that it was not by happen chance that Discovery picked up the stranded shuttle Burnham was travelling on, and that Lorca had in fact engineered her arrival on Discovery himself. He also doesn't seem fazed at all by Burnham's crime of mutiny, in which she tried to fire on the Klingons, and in fact the very act of her mutiny itself is the reason she is on Discovery in the first place. Then there is a moment near the end of the episode that some might have missed, where the 3 other criminals that were travelling with Burnham are aboard a shuttle ready to warp away, seemingly to a Federation prison facility, as Saru, watching from Discovery, suddenly has a physical reaction as he watches them from a window, which we can make an educated guess is him sensing impending death, as he tells us his species is capable of in the first episode. Why would he detect this about the shuttle if it was just going to a Federation prison facility, unless it was in fact being sent to its doom, on the orders of the captain perhaps? It's clear the episode goes out of its way to show Gabriel Lorca in a darker and more sinister tone than we are used to with our Star Trek captains, and that's why it's more than a reasonable theory to surmise that Gabriel Lorca is actually working for Section 31. For those that don't know, Section 31 is a clandestine organisation that looks after the special interests of the Federation by any means necessary, but is completely autonomous and unaffiliated with the Federation itself. Section 31 does not share the same moral standards as the Federation, and sees themselves as a necessary evil to protect the Federation from all enemies, foreign and domestic, due to their belief that the Federation's idealism makes it vulnerable. As a result, Section 31 will take any extreme measures it sees fit to complete its missions, legal or otherwise. Section 31 was first seen and explored deeply with Sloane in Deep Space Nine, and if you had to compare the demeanour of any character to Captain Lorca, he is much closer to Sloane than any of the regular captains we have seen before. So if the theory of Gabriel Lorca being part of Section 31 is correct, and the evidence at least now looks more than compelling that he is affiliated with the organisation in some way, then what does it mean for Star Trek Discovery going forward? Is Gabriel Lorca going to end up being the bad guy that Michael will have to stage yet another mutiny against at some point? Will she succumb to the dark side herself, or fight against the very concept of Section 31, whilst going along with Lorca, similarly to how Bashir did with Sloane in Deep Space Nine? All interesting questions to explore, and another reason why Section 31 could be a major part of the storyline of Star Trek Discovery, since there is more than enough compelling material to mine from the shadowy organisation. If this is the case, I doubt we will have to wait too long to find out, so stay tuned to Discovery and stay tuned here as well. Like, comment and subscribe if you're so inclined, and until next time, live long and prosper, and peace out, peeps.